Now here at 11 from the WHAS 11 team, we have so far missed the heavy tropical downpours that caused so much trouble around Kentuckiana yesterday. Tonight it's been light rain showers with no warnings or watches, and that's good news so far. Hello everybody, and thank you very much for joining us on the WHAS 11 team. I'm Doug Proffitt. But with our past history of recent storms, we do want to give you the latest overnight forecast first. Here's Colleen Peterson with some brand new updates at 11. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Doug. Good news. We're not really seeing any thunderstorms out there in our area, starting to fire up over Cincinnati. Yeah, we got some flooding yesterday, but these storms just dumping some rain, very light. In fact, let's zoom on in to Jefferson County. Right now, just seeing a light shower over Anchorage, and now continuing to move off to the east. And this is all we're going to see the rest of the night. This is the last bit of the rain until we have a stretch of some beautiful weather. Shelbyville seeing a light shower right now over Taylorsville as well, but not even picking up any lightning south of Louisville. We are seeing some heavier downpours over Hodgenville and heading to Litchfield. You also have another downpour heading your way here over the next 20 minutes. So rain chances are going to stay around a 60% over the next few hours. By the time we head past 2 o'clock, I think that's when those rain chances are going to dwindle down, and we have a dry forecast for tomorrow, waking up to some clear skies. Hopefully those clouds clear out quick, and we'll have some sunshine in store for your afternoon tomorrow. Right now we're in the mid 70s. I'm timing out those showers and telling you how sunny it'll be the rest of the week coming up. Doug?
Colleen, thank you. Right now, all new on the WHAS 11 team. In a letter to the public tonight, Clark County, Indiana's health officer is addressing concerns about EMS coverage to the residents in Clark County. Dr. Eric Yazel posted the letter on social media tonight discussing the current shortage at New Chapel EMS. That, of course, is the agency founded by the former Clark County, Indiana Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who is currently sitting in jail. In the letter, Yazel tonight says they've instituted several initiatives to mitigate the strain on the system by New Chapel's current shortage of workforce and to protect citizens if the issues worsen. Yazel says the health department is allowing alternative providers to provide service for transfers and non-emergencies in Clark County and maximizing resources to other partners who help with the EMS responses there. He goes on to say that since June 1st, one prolonged response time of 20 minutes has been reported. Yazel says they're going to continue to watch and monitor those EMS response times again in Clark County, Indiana. Also new tonight, one of Louisville's most distinctive and historic city streets is getting ready to change. East Market Street was the home of the markets at the city's founding, with a direct route right to the old Bourbon stockyards. But now it's the home of the New Lou neighborhood, and construction on the street starts next week. WHAS 11 team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Addie Hill talk to customers and businesses as parking and the street itself will be redesigned.
New Lou, just east of downtown on Market Street, is one of the fastest growing areas in the city. But what makes East Market Street unique? The unusual parking spots along East Market Street that have been the same since the horse and buggy days when people came to the markets along the street.
I'm in full support of fixing the parking situation.
But now in 2024, vehicles still park at an angle, which often makes it dangerous for drivers to pull out of with blind spots. Next week, the street will be getting a major facelift through a street scrape project. Lacey Robinson and Xander Chan visit New Lou twice a month.
If we can fix this parking situation, it'll be better for the community as a whole. So I think dealing with the construction for a small amount of time is totally worth it.
The project is set to begin June 17th and will be completed by October 2025.
To slow down traffic, a median will be added, plus wider sidewalks and a bike lane will be added to improve the street. Construction will take place in the 900 and 1,000 blocks of East Market.
Well, of course, we're concerned because eventually it's going to catch one lane only to enter to my property or any other business on the strip.
Faisal Turk is general manager at 5 Iron Golf. It just opened in New Lou last month. He's already witnessed several accidents in front of his building.
People pulling out of the side parking lots on the road when they park on the main roads, they don't. Unfortunately, things happen.
Even though construction will take place block by block, he's concerned about foot traffic being affected.
It's good for the safety and structure of the area. At the same time, we're going to take some hit back on that.
Clay Livingston, owner and operator of the cocktail lounge called 7, is also for the project.
I think when it's done, New Lou will be an even better than it is now.
Livingston isn't worried about pedestrian traffic since areas will only be affected for a short period of time.
There's still plenty of parking on Main and Jefferson. So I'm not overly concerned about it.
In the meantime, customers like Robinson will continue to support the businesses during construction.
We will always come back to enjoy the bars and the restaurants.
Growing pains never imagined in the days when pigs ran through the streets here in Louisville. Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
More local news tonight on the night team. A tragic scene in Bullitt County late today where 2 elderly people were killed and another person hurt in a crash. It happened at the intersection of Preston Highway and Old Preston Highway in Hillview. This is just south of the Gene Snyder. The Hillview police chief tells us a witness told them the light at the intersection was flashing red, making it a 4-way stop. Witnesses reported 1 car went through the light and hit another car in the intersection. 2 elderly people in 1 car were killed. We're told the other drivers expected to survive. Police say they're still working to determine who went through the light. As we get into the busy summer travel season, police are also asking you to pay close attention and be careful on the roads.
We are very fortunate in the city of Hillview, that we have a wonderful traffic unit here, and our officers do a lot of heavy traffic enforcement to try to keep things like this from happening. Unfortunately, these do happen, and what I have found in nearly a decade of police work is that when I investigate these type of incidences, most of the time they are avoidable.
The intersection was shut down for several hours while police investigated. And then just a little while later, a motorcyclist was taken to the hospital in critical condition after a crash near the Expo Center. Investigators say a motorcycle and a car collided about 5:15 on Preston Highway at Union Avenue. Everyone involved stayed at the scene and no charges are expected. Tonight, a woman in Jeffersonville is in jail on a $1 million bond. She's charged after a baby died in her care in 2022. Police arrested Brittany Baylor yesterday, nearly 2 years after the death of 6-month-old Arias Troy Edmondson. The boy died at the hospital after he was found unresponsive. An autopsy later determined his death was due to a, quote, closed head injury sustained in an assault. The Clark County prosecutor, Jeremy Mole, says after his office received the case, it was reviewed by doctors. Addressing the time since Edmondson's death, Mole said this was not an investigation to rush a review.
Very important as a prosecutor that the right things happen, that people get charged when it's appropriate to charge them, and that they don't get charged when it's appropriate not to. And so there's a process, and sometimes it happens quickly, and sometimes it's very thorough, and it takes some time.
In court today, Baylor's defense argued there's no direct link to Edmondson's injuries other than the fact that she was watching the baby that day. Baylor is expected to be back in court on June 18th. Police in Jeffersontown are asking for your help. They're looking to find this man. It's Abu Baker Ahmed, who is a person of interest in a theft at a well-known, locally owned car dealership. Investigators say they were called to Bachman Chevrolet on Bluegrass Parkway yesterday after several cars were stolen overnight. Take a look at this video. It's actual surveillance video showing 2 men breaking into the cars and then driving them right off the lot. Those cars were a 2024 Corvette, a 2019 Camaro, and a 2021 Silverado. Working with OnStar and Louisville Metro Police were able to find the Corvette and Camaro and another stolen Corvette. If you have any information about Ahmad's whereabouts, you're asked to call Jeffersontown Police or email a tip to them, crimetips@jtownkypd.org. New tonight, a group of Louisville Metro Council members are working to turn a tragedy into action. Councilmember Betsy Rue and 5 other council members have purchased portable air conditioning units that would be given to low-income residents. Rue launched the program after the death of 17-year-old Christian Rue Kenya. His family's air conditioning was broken and he died of carbon monoxide poisoning after sleeping in a car to escape the heat.
In our residential landlord-tenant agreements, air conditioning is not a requirement, but for people who live in lower income areas, their houses are not insulated. They may be afraid the windows have been nailed shut. It just becomes an oven.
There are 65 units that will be distributed through the Association of Community Ministries. To be eligible, you must live in one of the participating council districts and have an income level at or below 150% of the federal poverty level. We've got the full details for you on how to apply at WHAS11.com. A popular convenience store chain along the East Coast is expanding right here to Kentucky and to Louisville. Today, city leaders breaking ground on the state's first WHAS store.
2, 3.
The morning included a full celebration, including hoagies and hard hats. The new WHAS store will be located on Preston Crossing Boulevard in southern Jefferson County. WHAS is a privately held, family-owned convenience store with plans to open 5 locations across Metro Louisville in 2025.
This is just another great sign that Louisville has fantastic momentum as we're moving forward in a new direction. To have a great family-owned company with a great national reputation like WHAS, picking Louisville, picking our city, picking these locations just shows that some of the great things that we're doing.
WHAS also announced new community partnerships with Dare to Care Food Bank and Kentucky Special Olympics, giving each organization $10,000.